Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short. Could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Let's go. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On play action, Lawrence. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, right back to Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence will throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made by Foley Fatukasi, the former UConn Husky. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hill looks to throw. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The Bengals are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Cowboy 80. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Timberwolves.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Here's Hill. He's going to air one out. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Another try for Mixon. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Let's go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Hill. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. That's Foley Fatukasi who got in there and finished off the play. McPherson's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. T. Higgins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Open man is Hill. He's got it.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Another tote for Etienne. He will push his way down to about the 14. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. T. Higgins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Back to throw, Hill.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, Jaguars! A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, Bengals 10. Tyler Bass sends the kickoff.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Another try after the first down sack. Hill, he's going to loft one deep left side here.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game's slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle when these defenses throw at him.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
You ready?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, let's go.
Here's Lawrence. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Bass is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Here's Hill. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now Etienne to start the drive. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On the ready.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Come on.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence.
His pass caught at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Lawrence on the sneak.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 1 yard is the gain. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal.
Go now. Kill.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne.
His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Bengals 10. Tyler Bass sends the kickoff.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it, and the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Let's go.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Come on. Hey.
Now Hill. Escaping the pressure right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
60 Bobcat.
Throwing on third down, Hill.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. T. Higgins, 64 yards. And the Jaguars look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Etienne once more. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Bengals have recovered it.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Flush to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Come on, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Etienne up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And they'll go again with Etienne. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth so far. 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Harris running straight ahead. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Lawrence. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Hill. And now here is another interception.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Well, you hate that for him. He gets so close on the big run, but has him in excellent position.
And I know there's plenty of competitive spirit on the defensive side of the ball, but part of me wonders if they would have just preferred him to go ahead and take it into the end zone rather than dealing with him again on a likely carry on this down.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And they take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one is, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jags, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know.